Every great transformation begins the same way. Not with motivation, not with discipline, but with something much smaller, almost invisible. 2 minutes. In this video, I'm going to show you a habit technique so simple, it sounds almost silly, but it's the reason millions of people finally built the habits they struggled with for years. It comes from James Clear's Atomic Habits, and it's called the 2-minute rule. This rule rewires your brain, bypasses resistance, and makes consistency automatic. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use it to transform reading, fitness, productivity, mindfulness, diet, everything. Let's begin. Let's be honest for a moment. You already know what you should be doing. Read more books, eat healthier, go to the gym, write consistently, wake up early, meditate. The problem isn't knowledge. The problem is friction. Every habit that feels heavy, long, or complicated becomes something your brain resists. And it's not your fault, it's biology. Your brain is always looking for ways to save energy, avoid discomfort, and stick with what's familiar. So when you tell yourself, I'll read 40 pages every day, or I'll work out for an hour, or I'll meditate for 20 minutes, your mind instantly replies, too much, too long, not today. And the habit dies before it even begins. This is why James Clear introduced the 2-minute rule. It's not about shrinking your ambition, it's about removing the friction that stops you from starting. The rule is beautifully simple. Any habit you want to build should take less than 2 minutes to start. That's it. If you want to read every day, read 1 page. If you want to run every morning, put on your running shoes. If you want to write a book, write 1 sentence. If you want to meditate daily, sit quietly for 2 minutes. If you want to drink more water, fill 1 bottle. These tiny actions don't achieve the full habit, but they create the identity. Because the real purpose of the 2-minute rule is not the action itself, it's teaching your brain, I am the kind of person who shows up. But why does something so small create such massive long-term change? There are 3 reasons. First, the gateway effect. A 2-minute habit is like entering a highway. You only need to merge once, and then momentum carries you forward. Reading 1 page often turns into 10. Doing 5 push-ups often becomes a full workout. Writing 1 sentence becomes a paragraph. The hardest part is starting, and the 2-minute rule makes starting effortless. Second, automaticity. The brain loves patterns. Once it learns that a habit requires almost no effort, it stops resisting it. Over time, your brain starts associating the cue, like sitting at your desk, with the action, like writing, automatically. Third, identity reinforcement. Every tiny action is a vote for the kind of person you want to become. Read 1 page, you cast a vote for, I am a reader. Meditate for 2 minutes, you cast a vote for, I am a calm person. Identity is built through repetition, not intensity. The people who look naturally disciplined aren't superhuman. They simply built low-friction habits that reinforced who they believed they were. Now let's talk about how you can build your own 2-minute habits, starting today. Pick 1 habit you want to build, just 1. Keep it simple. Then break it down into the smallest possible version, something that can be done in less than 2 minutes. If it takes longer than 2 minutes to begin, shrink it again. Go to the gym every day becomes put on my workout clothes. Make this tiny action incredibly easy. It should feel almost too easy. That's how you remove resistance. Then anchor it to a trigger that already exists in your day. After brushing your teeth, read 1 page. After waking up, drink water. After sitting at your desk, write 1 sentence. And here's the part most people forget. Celebrate the tiny win. When your brain experiences a win, even a small one, it releases dopamine. That dopamine tells your brain, do this again. This is how consistency becomes automatic. Over time, your 2-minute habit will feel effortless. Only then should you extend it, and only if you want to. Consistency builds identity. Identity builds behavior. Let me share a few real-life examples of people who transformed their lives using this rule. There was someone who wanted to become a runner. They didn't start with 5 kilometers. They didn't even start by running. Their daily habit was simply putting on their running shoes every morning. Some days, that's all they did. But eventually, shoes on meant go outside. That identity shift created a runner. There was a writer who published a book using this method. Her daily habit wasn't writing 1,000 words, it was writing one sentence. One sentence became a paragraph. A paragraph became a book. And a book became a book. And then there was a student who wanted to improve his grades. He didn't commit to hours of study. His 2-minute habit was to open the textbook and read the first bullet point. That was enough to build momentum, and momentum carried him further. But here's the biggest mistake people make with the 2-minute rule. They think it's a shortcut, a hack, or a trick to get things done. It's none of those. The 2-minute rule is a ritual, a vote for your future self, the foundation for every major transformation. Every life-changing habit starts with a small version that feels almost pointless until it compounds. So here's your challenge. Choose one habit you want to build. Shrink it to a 2-minute version. Do it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because the moment you start, even for 2 minutes, you've already become the person who does it. Tell me in the comments, what is your 2-minute version?